So this morning we are going to walk through getting started in Command. It's just kind of an overview of the system so you know where everything is, because there is a lot of different tools and services that are included in Command. So I want to make sure you know where to find everything. And then we're also going to talk through the settings. This will be the foundation of everything that you do. So once you get your settings and everything all in order, then as you start to add contacts and you start to add those next applets into your business, everything will be linked and cohesive. So to get started in Command, I'm just going to open up a browser in Chrome. It's very important that you use the Google Chrome browser. The system is built on the Google platform, so Google Chrome is going to be the only browser that allows you to optimally use Command. You can access Command through other browsers, but a lot of the applets aren't going to work properly. So if you don't have Google Chrome, start by downloading that. It is free. And then to get started, I'm going to go to agent.kw.com. Click that, and that's going to take me to my Command login. Now you can go to mykw.kw, click on technology, then click Command, but you can always just log directly into Command at agent.kw.com. Then I'm going to log in using my same username and password that I have for MyKW. And if you don't know what any of those passwords are, they are included in the password sheet that Amy sent you when you first onboarded. So I'm going to click sign in. And this is going to take me to my Command homepage. So before we do anything, we're going to kind of talk through the layout of the homepage. We'll start up here in the top left-hand corner, work our way across and down, so that way we know what everything is. So up in the very top left-hand corner, we have this red KW button, and if you click on it, it just expands the menu on the left-hand side so you can read the names of all the applets. Doesn't do anything, but just expands it so you can more easily read. To the right of that, we have Command, and this is going to automatically log you into Command. And this is going to be your main CRM where you hopefully where you run your business out of, where you submit everything for compliance. You can build marketing, do all of that right here. To the right of that, we have Connect. So I'm going to click on Connect. And Connect is intended to be more of the social arm of Command. Right now, we use the Keller Williams, the KWFA Mission Control Facebook group to share a lot of information. And there's a lot of different Keller Williams Facebook groups. This Connect is going to replace those Facebook groups and put all of that social connectivity in Command. So that way, when you log into Command, everything you need, all of the information, all the tools, all the resources are all there in one single place. When you go into Connect, you'll have two groups automatically set up for you, the Atlanta Sandy Springs, which is our office, and then below that is Southeast. So we're included in the Southeast region. And here you can see it's very similar to a Facebook timeline where people can post questions, they can post just listeds, they can ask for referrals, ask for any information. I will say at the moment, Connect is not built out to its full depth yet. I know Labs is really focusing on making sure that everything in Command is built, all the business critical systems are built fully out, so that way our businesses can run smoothly, and then Connect is going to follow suit. So if you're not using it, you're not really missing out on a ton right now. On the right-hand side, we have this box where it says, welcome to your new Connect. Take a look around and tell us what you think. Looking at your current Connect resources and tools, just click here. So if you click here where it says KW Connect, this is going to take us to the outdated or the old Connect. And it's got a lot of stuff loading on here. Tons of information on Connect. Calendar, training, resources, technology, referrals, communities, growth, all of these different items here. If you scroll down, we have now streaming. And as soon as COVID hit, KWRI took an immediate initiative to start streaming classes and offering a lot of content for agents. So that way, even though we couldn't come into the office, you could still learn and participate. So Connect is always having some class. If you scroll down here, we have a schedule of everything that's going on. So for today, we have a class at 12 Central, managing multiple offers. And you can click through the calendar for the week and see everything that's going on. And all the classes are at 12, 1:30, and 3 p.m. Central Time. So I guess it's 1, 2:30, and 4 p.m. You can scroll down. We have some popular resources. So if there's anything that you think you want to or you need, you can scroll down and check that out. We have popular on-demand training. So all the classes that KWRI does are recorded and they're put here on Connect. So if you ever miss anything, or if you're looking for additional information and there isn't something on the YouTube channel, or it isn't something that I can help you with or I'm not available, you can always come here and find loads of information. And you can always sort by the type of information you're looking for. Some more videos, featured content, what's new in designs, some related articles. So that is the historic Connect. So definitely just keep that on your radar if you're looking for any of that information for now. You will have in the Command Connect, you will have the ability to join additional groups once it starts to get built out. So if you're a part of any type of specific interest group or local area, they'll have tons of groups over here that you can join. So that way you can share relevant content with everybody there. Now to the right of Connect in my screen, I have a Command MC. You will not have this in yours. It's because I am a part of the Market Center staff. So this is my Command Market Center. So I'm going to click back into Command. Continuing on that top menu, going all the way over to the right, I have this icon here of a marketplace, and this is Keller Williams Marketplace. And as you start to use Command, there may be some additional third-party tools that you want to connect to the system, or if you already are using a different CRM, you can connect that CRM directly to Command. So that way, you just get the functionality of both. And if you want to use any of those third-party tools, you will find those here in the marketplace. So I'm going to click on the marketplace and it's going to open up a new tab. And you can go through here and find all the different apps and different tools that you can integrate with your Command profile. Some of these cost money, like Twilio costs money. Whatever this Market My Listing costs money. If you really liked Market Leader and eEdge, you could continue to pay $120 a month for that if you wanted to. But you can just scroll through here and find all the different tools and everything that you want. You can search on all products. You can search by categories. You can search by name. So there's a lot in here that you could add to your Command account. And then you can click on My Apps, and it's going to show you all of the apps that you have connected. So here you can see I've added Twilio, Earnest, Train the Trainer, and then Setup Guide. So you can always see what we have going on here. To the right of the marketplace icon is the notification bell. So you'll notice that I have a little red dot here. That lets me know that I have a notification. So whenever you log into Command and you see a red dot, you can click on the bell and it's going to let you know what your notifications are. So it lets me know that my buyer compliance event has been approved. If you've downloaded the Kelly app, you'll also receive that same notification on your phone. So you get a little push notification from Kelly saying your buyer compliance event has been approved. So always be sure when you log into Command, check your notifications. And as you start to send out emails and text messages through Command, you will get notifications up here at this bell of any responses to those. So I'm going to click Dismiss All. All right, well, it's not dismissing all, but theoretically, it would get rid of that red dot. To the right of the notification bell, I have my name, and I have a drop-down menu here. We're going to walk through all this information in just a few moments. But you can see here, I have the ability to switch in between my team and my personal command account. If you're not on a team, then you won't have this functionality, but I have a team set up for training purposes. So if I wanted to go into the Nicholas Core Real Estate Group, command interface versus my personal one, I could do that here. Below that, I have my profile, and we're going to talk through profile settings, command training, and then log out. But that is where you find this information. The reason I want to hold off on that is because up here in the top right-hand corner, we have this circle with a question mark on it, and it's very small, and you probably would overlook it, but it's very important. This is going to be probably one of the most important features in Command, especially as a new user. So I'm going to click on this question mark, and I'm going to have a pop-up menu here for help and information. And here I have 4 different options. I have guided tours, KWUniversity, chat with support, and post an idea. And these are all going to be great tools that you can use to help you learn and understand Command. The first is guided tours. So I'm going to click on guided tours. And it looks like it's not loading anything, but theoretically what it would load is there are a handful of guided tours throughout Command. And basically what a guided tour is you click on, guided tour. It's going to be a little purple text, and it's going to show you all the different features of that applet and how to use it. So if you weren't able to make one of my trainings or you needed a refresher, you could go on that guided tour, and it's going to tell you everything that you need to know about how to use that applet. Let's see if I click on settings, team management. So here I can click on team management, and it's going to show me how to go through and do the guided tour. Let me go back. So that's guided tours. As you are working in Command, you will see those purple links. This right here where it says guided tour, you'll see that throughout Command. And so you can always just click on that and it will take you through that guided tour. KWUniversity. KWUniversity is a library of information on how to use Command, what the features are, best practices, all of those information, all those pieces of information you'll need to know on how to run your business through Command. The best part of KWUniversity being integrated into Command is that you never have to leave the Command interface. So if you come on here and you're like, I don't really know how to use opportunities, you could come in here and type in opportunities. And it's going to have a bunch of different articles that you can read on opportunities. So how to create an opportunity, I can click on that. Here's a video that's going to walk me through step by step. And then if I scroll down, it's going to walk me through that same information, just written format with screenshots. So it is the process will hold your hand step by step so you don't miss anything. If you're like, you know what, I don't want my KWUniversity information in the same window as my Command because I want to follow along on one tab and work in Command on the other. You can click on this pop out icon up here in the top right-hand corner, and that'll take you to KWUniversity. This is going to be all the same information, but you can just, I'll search opportunities here, and it's going to show me all those articles. And this is the same one I pulled up in Command. And so you can scroll down and see it's the exact same information. Let me go back to Command. So I would recommend that anytime you have questions or you don't remember something, come check out KWUniversity. What is going on here? That's very odd. KWUniversity, it's going to be really helpful. I promise. 9 times out of 10, you'll be able to get your answered question from an article in KWUniversity. So I'm going to click back. So below KWUniversity, we have chat with support. If you ever find yourself where something is not working in Command, you and I have set up some time, we're not able to troubleshoot it, you can submit a support ticket. The way to do that is by clicking Chat with Support. And this little pop-up window will show up down here in the bottom right-hand corner. It's going to auto-populate with some options for you. None of these are relevant, so I'm going to click Get in Touch. And then it's going to give me two options to live chat or leave a message. If this is something that can take relatively just a few minutes to resolve, you may want to live chat, and you'll be able to chat back and forth through this text box here with a live support agent in Austin. But if you're like, you know what, I'm busy, I don't have time to sit here and wait 30 minutes to talk with a live person, I'm going to leave a message, then that would be leaving a support ticket. So I would click Leave a Message. And then I would just go through and fill in all of the information here. How can we help? Any attachments? If you are able to take a screenshot, please take a screenshot or a Loom video. Any additional information that you're able to provide will help the labs team resolve your issue. And then once you click Send, this will now create an email chain back and forth between you and labs. So that way you can go about your business. You can go on your listing appointment, go show some homes, and then when you come back, you'll likely have an email from labs with a response on how to fix it, or if they were able to resolve the issue on the back end. So that is leaving a support ticket. So close that. And then the last item we have in the help and information window is post an idea. A lot of agents have previous career experience, have potentially worked at other brokerages, and have used other systems that they see could be a benefit to Command. Or if you're just working in Command and you're like, this one feature is missing and it would make a big difference to my business, and I imagine other agents' business, you can share that idea. And I highly recommend that you do, because Command at its core is built for agents by agents. It is a system that is there to help us run our businesses optimally. So if you have an idea, come here to post an idea. It's going to open up this new window where you can submit an idea. You can click Add a New Idea. But then on the right-hand side over here, you can see what are some trending ideas, what are some recent ideas that have been posted, what are some popular ideas that have been posted. And you can go through here and you can actually vote on different ideas. So I could come here and I could click Vote. And now I've just voted for this video capability idea. And the more votes that an idea gets, the more the labs team is going to notice it and understand that, okay, a lot of agents are asking for this. We need to start adding video in our designs, similar to BombBomb. So they're going to likely start to add that in. And that's going to let them know what are the next features that they need to start building out to support agents' businesses. So please always share your idea, vote for relevant ideas that are similar. So that way you can make Command what's going to help your business succeed. Any questions on any of the information that we walked through so far? If you have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself, or you can ask in the chat box. I want to make sure that you walk away from this training feeling a lot more comfortable just finding all the information in Command. So I want to come back here to where it says my name, and we're going to go through the drop-down menu here. I'm going to skip over the team environment, and the first one I'm going to click on is Profile. And this is going to take me to my Connect profile. And this is most of this information over here, this bio is just pre-populated from KWRI. But this information here is going to be the information that other agents can see if they were ever looking up for a referral partner here in Atlanta, or if maybe I submitted an offer to another KW agent on his or her listing. They can look me up and kind of get an idea really quickly of the business that I've run, learn a little bit about myself, my contact information. So you want to update this. Very easy to do. You can click Edit Profile. Most of this information will be pre-populated from the information that Amy puts into the system when you onboard, and you can always go through and update anything accordingly. But I would recommend spend a couple minutes updating this information, so that way, as agents are looking for referral partners or to learn more about you, they can come right here, and it's really simple. Below profile is marketplace. That's going to be the same marketplace as the icon up here in the top menu. And then below that, we have settings. So I'm going to click on settings, and this is going to be your general settings for the entire command system. And there's a lot, and we're going to walk through all of them. But please interrupt me, like I said, with any questions as we're going through this. When you click on settings, it's going to take you right here into the applications of connected apps. So these are going to be all the third-party systems that you've connected Command to. So the first one that I have here is DocuSign, and DocuSign is the preferred e-signature platform for Command and Keller Williams. As a KW agent, you get a free DocuSign Rooms account. You do need to set up that DocuSign Rooms account through Command. So if you come here to settings, you would click create an account and just walk through those steps. I also do DocuSign training every other Friday at 10 a.m. And I'm always happy to set up some one-on-one time if you have questions about DocuSign. Below DocuSign, we have our Facebook post scheduling. I'm also going to go ahead and point out down here, I have Facebook Ads Manager. And so I've connected my Facebook business page to Command. So I've connected it in two different ways, the post scheduling and Ads Manager. Post scheduling, let's say every Monday you like to post a market stat on Facebook, every Wednesday you like to post a recipe, and every Friday you like to post a what to do this weekend's activity list. But you know what? You haven't taken a vacation in a long time, and you are going on vacation this weekend, and you're going to be out of office the entire week. You don't want to look at a computer. You don't even want to think about it. You can go ahead and use Command to schedule out those posts. So while you're enjoying your vacation, your market stat update is being posted on Monday. Your recipe is being posted on Wednesday. Your what to do is being posted on Friday. So that way you can go ahead and set those posts up before you ever leave, and then they get posted to your business page. Down here, we have Facebook Ads Manager, and the difference here is that Ads Manager allows you to run Facebook ads to Facebook users that you are not currently connected with. So if you were trying to lead generate on Facebook, if you want to advertise a listing, you want to leverage Keller Mortgage or Keller Covered to run an ad, you would do that through the Ads Manager. Similar to the post scheduler, you do have to have a Facebook business page to run Facebook ads. However, which is kind of confusing in my opinion, but when you click to log in or connect your Facebook business page, you actually log into your personal account, and then it would have you select your business page that is affiliated with your personal account. So I would recommend, if you don't have a Facebook business page, go ahead and create one. It's pretty simple and free. So that way you can leverage both the post scheduling and Ads Manager functionality. Below that is Porch, and Porch is a tool that we can use to help get quick estimates on the cost of repairs or renovations. So if you are working with a seller and you go on the listing appointment and you walk through the house, and they're like, we need to get every dollar out of this house. We need, we want to make as much money as possible. So perfect. I see there's a little bit of delayed maintenance. We have, this item in the bathroom, maybe the deck over here, maybe some painting. You can use Porch to get an idea of how much those items would cost for your seller to make those repairs. That way, if you're like, all right, if we go ahead and we spend this $3,000 getting these couple things taken care of on the front end, we will now be more competitive and we can list your house for $10,000 more than if we sell as is right now. Additionally, if you're working with a buyer, unless you get your inspection report back and there's a laundry list of things that need to be done to this house just to make it comfortable to live in, you can come to Porch and get an idea of how much it would cost to have those things repaired. So if you want to negotiate an amendment to address concerns, either asking for closing costs or asking for specific items to be done before closing, you can use the information provided by Porch to set how much you should ask for in closing costs or which items you should request to be completed before closing. This also is free and should be automatically connected for you. Below Porch, we have Google Calendar and Gmail. Gmail is the email platform that we use for our KW email. If you use another platform like Outlook or something, that's fine. But if you use Gmail like myself, you can actually connect your Gmail to Command. And I would really recommend that you do, because the benefit of connecting Gmail is that when I email and I correspond with my clients, Command will log that email as an interaction. So I can keep, if I were to do my quarterly call plan and I wanted to, I could quickly check out my contacts information in their timeline, and I can see all the emails that we've sent over the last couple months. So then when I call, I can quickly reference those emails because they're right there in Command. I don't have to search in Gmail. And so, oh, hey, Adam, remember when we chatted last time about wanting to buy a house water on a small lake or pond? I have all that information right there because we'd emailed about it. The same thing with Google Calendar. If you schedule an event, let's say if you have a coffee date or a lunch date or dinner, Command will actually log that. So that way you can include that as one of your touches. So that way okay, we've emailed back and forth and we had coffee. I need to follow up with this person X number of times to hit my 36 touches per year. Also, in the event, let's say you called someone and one of your follow-up items is to schedule an event, you can click on calendar in Command and it'll automatically open up your Google Calendar. So it just makes it really simple for you. Below here, we have social, so Twitter, post scheduling. I'm not a big Twitter user, so I don't use it. But if you do use Twitter, very similar to how you can schedule your posts on Facebook, you can do the same thing with Twitter. So if you wanted to schedule that market update tweet for Monday, you can go ahead and do that and set that all up. So then Monday morning, that tweet will go out and it'll come from you and no one will be the wiser. In our productivity section, we have PieSync. And PieSync is a tool that helps connect Command to other third-party systems. So if you have a CRM that you've previously been using, or you want to connect all of your Gmail contacts and have them automatically load into Command, you can use PieSync for that. Now, it does cost money. I think you get one free connection, but if you have a couple different programs that you want to connect, so that way everything is housed and stored in one place in Command, that will cost additional money. But you can go to PieSync and there's like 150 plus applications that you can use to connect to Command. Below that, we have Office 365. So if you use Office for your email, and that's the system that you use, you can connect Office here, so you'd have the same functionality as Google, where it will still log all of your emails and your calendars, so you know exactly what you said to whom and all of the events that you have scheduled. Below that is marketing automation. So we have Twitter ads at Twitter Ads Manager. So it's going to be the same thing as Facebook. If you want to run a paid ad on Twitter, so this would be a message that would be delivered to people that currently do not follow you, you could do that here as well. And Google AdWords. If you are a big Google search advertiser, you can go ahead and you can do all that through Command. One of the benefits of advertising directly through Command is that you get to leverage the entire scale of the Keller Williams agent body to get negotiated lower rates. And so that way, if you run an ad through Google, through Command, and then you get a lead, it'll automatically sync into your Command. One thing I want to point out though is that the functionality for Google AdWords in Command is far more limited than if you were to work with Google AdWords directly. Command is not going to offer you a bunch of different suggestions and copy and search terms that you would want to include that you would get with the Google AdWords platform. Below that, we have our email services. The first is our command email, and this is going to be our free email that Command uses to send out information from Command. So if you wanted to send out a newsletter or a monthly neighborhood nurture or any smart plans, it's going to use Command email. I guess probably about like a year and a half ago, it was MailJet, but they've just rebranded it Command email. You don't have to do anything to set up your account. All you need to do is come over here and click Manage. And then you can update your sender name and your reply to email. That way, when someone responds to your monthly neighborhood nurture, it'll go directly to this email here. It's also going to show you your usage of your email. So let's say if you get 5,000 free emails a month, but let's say you want to send out, 10,000 emails. You can click on Manage Subscription here, and that'll take you into the Command Marketplace, and then you could actually pay to receive more emails. So if you wanted to get 10,000 emails per month, it may cost you $5 additional per month. So I'm going to close this. Below Command email is MailChimp. As a KW agent, you do get a free MailChimp account. When Command first launched, MailChimp was going to be the email arm of the system, but the way that MailChimp system works and commands, they weren't very compatible. So that's why we have the Command email. But if you still wanted to use MailChimp, you do have the availability to do so. With your MailChimp account, you get 5,000 emails per month, up to 2,000 contacts, and one target per month, or one campaign target per month, or a total. So it is somewhat limited. You do have the ability to make some edits here and there. So just know that if you want to use MailChimp, you can set up that account for free. And then the last item we have here is Twilio for text messaging. With the smart plans in Command, you can add text messaging, so that way the system will automatically send out text messages on your behalf. And you have the ability to send out a text message to your entire database, more or less, at one time. You do have to use Twilio. It is a paid service, and it does not use your personal cell phone number. You have to rent a number. So this is the number that I've rented from Twilio. Because this costs money, I would recommend to make sure that your business is at a place where you can start to pay for things, because I don't want you to start spending a ton of money on text messages and email campaigns before you actually start making any money, because this is supposed to help your business, and I don't want you to spend more than you're making. Any questions about the connected applications?
Hey, Nick, I've got a question.
Yep.
Actually, two questions. Before, you mentioned DocuSign training every other Friday, I think. Do you know off the top of your head if you're doing it this Friday or next Friday?
It'll be this Friday. Yep, the 16th.
Perfect. Second question is, we got a lot of apps here.
Yep.
As a new agent, what would be the top three that you would say, without a doubt, we need to go ahead and connect just as a beginner?
I would say DocuSign. Go ahead and set that up because you'll need that to write your contracts.
Okay.
I would say Facebook, and then probably your Google suite, so your Google and Gmail. Connect those.
Okay.
That's a great place to start.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Yeah. So once you've gone through and connected your apps and created your command email, you can go over here to command settings, and we're going to walk through the rest of those settings. So we just did applications. Below that, we have contacts, and we're just going to walk through each one of these items and kind of talk through, so that way you are familiar with it as you start adding contacts into your database. The first item we have here is Contact Archive. as you add contacts to your database, let's say you're like, oh, I need to remove that person from my database. I don't talk to that person, or that's an incorrect person. That's, a spam. You are not able to just delete that contact automatically from your database. It's actually a 3-step process of you having to archive and then delete. So when you are in the contacts applet and you click archive contact, it's going to come here into your settings as that archived contact. If you're trying to add a new contact one day and the system keeps giving you a message that says unable to add this person, this email address is already been in use or is already in use by a contact, but you keep searching your database and you're like, I don't see this person anywhere. The likelihood is that's an archived contact. So you need to come into your settings and you can either restore that contact or completely remove them. So I've already in my contacts clicked archive. I can come over here. I can click the delete button, and then it's going to ask me to confirm that I will permanently delete this, and then click yes or okay. And so that's a 3-step process. And this is just to prevent you from accidentally deleting contacts from your database. At the core of every good real estate business is going to be your database. So we want to make sure that we can protect it at all costs. Below contact archive is database wipe. So let's say you've gone through and you've uploaded a ton of contacts and you realize, oh no, I didn't put these in the right order, or the information is all mismatched and I don't like this formatting and I need to just kind of start over from scratch. If this is be more work to clean it up than it would be just to upload everything again. You can come here to database wipe and you can archive all contacts, and that will wipe out your entire database. So that way you don't have to go one by one by one by one to archive your contacts. I would recommend to only use your database wipe in the event that there's something severely wrong with your database. And probably once you get kind of pretty far along in using command, I would stay away from this because it'll probably do a lot more harm than good. Below that is contact tags. And when you create contacts, you are able to tag those contacts with specific tags. And the purpose of tags is to help you sort your database and kind of slice it up by common interests or relevant parts or similar areas, so you can share relevant information to separate groups. So there are a bunch of tags that have already been created by the system. So you can see here, agent is created by system, allied resource is the system. But I've gone through and I've created a ton of different tags here. And if you want to create a new tag, you can do that here in settings by clicking on create tag, and then just start typing in the name of your new tag. If you want to give it a color, you can just make it purple and then click create. Now, whenever I start adding new contacts, I can add that new tag to the contact, and then I'm able to sort and filter by that those tags. As you are creating contacts, let's say you're manually adding in a new contact and you're like, oh, I want to add this tag in. You can go ahead and actually add that tag directly in the contact card. You don't have to come back to settings and come here to click create tag. So you do have 2 options of how you can create those tags. Make a ton of tags. I have 148 of them. The more, the better. The more specific you can get in your tags. I have how I know them. Have I worked with them? Are they a parent? Where did they go to college? Where did they go to high school? Do they have pets? What their favorite sports teams are? Are they in-state, out-of-state? What county are they in? Are they a renter? Are the owner? Are they in a townhome or a single family home? Because what I can then do is, if I wanted to send out an email that's going to have relevant content for just townhome users, I can then sort my database by just the townhome tag, and I can send this information that's only going to be relevant to people that live in townhomes. Or let's say the Braves just had a big win. I could then sort my entire database by all the Braves fans, and then I can send a text message to those fans saying, "What an amazing game today! Go Braves!" And it's another touch that is relevant to my database, because those Braves fans are going to be super excited about that win. And here I am paying attention, and I care about the same thing that they care about. Below tags is lead sources. And this is kind of similar to custom tags, but basically helps you manage where your leads are coming from. There are 86 lead sources in Command. You are able to create your own custom lead source. So if you, let's say if you went to a bridal show, you could then add that here. So it'll be bridal show, and then you could select the category type, events, and then click create source. So that way anybody that that you've added to your database from that bridal event, you can tag them with that lead source so that you know exactly where they came from. And again, you can deliver relevant information to them. Unlike contact tags, you do have to create any custom lead sources here in settings. So click create custom source up here in the top right-hand corner. Below that are custom fields, and custom fields are going to be any piece of information that you want to learn or know about most of your contacts in your database. So a contact tag or a custom tag allows you to sort and divide your database into relevant groups. Custom fields are going to allow you to gather information. So here I've created custom fields for child's name. So let's say I don't want to create a whole new contact for a child, but I can add their kids' names into their contact card just so that it's top of mind. So then when I go to my listing appointment, I can say, oh, how are Johnny and Sally doing? Because I remember, because their names are on their contact tag. I've added their college or university, favorite sports teams, their spouse's names, their wedding anniversary date. There's a lot of different fields that you can add. And these are going to be fields that are not currently included in the contact card. You can have as many as you want. If you want to create a new one, you do have to do that here in settings and click on create custom field. You can just give this a custom, your name. So I'll just name this training 412. And then we have custom field type, and we have a whole drop down menu of options. The first is going to be text field. So this is going to be if you want to type in something like a sports team name or a university name, or we have text area. So if you're going to have to write a fair amount of text, maybe a sentence or two, you'd want to create a whole text area. If you're going to have a couple different options of responses, you can do a drop down menu, a date. So if you wanted to add their wedding date in here or a child's birth date in there, you could use this field. A checkbox, so if it's going to be a yes or no. A number, so if like a cell phone number, a URL, percentage, or currency. So those are all the different types of fields that you can create. And then I'm going to scroll, let me scroll down to the bottom here. All right. Then down here in the bottom, we have this make default custom field option. If this is going to be a piece of information that you know that you are going to want to have for most of your database, I would recommend that you make this a default custom field. And what that means is that when you are on that contact card and you're creating and adding all that information, it'll automatically show up for you to fill it in. If you do not make it a default custom field, then there's a couple extra steps that you'll have to do to add that field to that contact card. It's not difficult, but if you were going to be adding tens or hundreds of contacts, you don't want to have to go through those extra steps that many times. You click create here. I'm going to click cancel because I do not want to add another custom field. Below that, we have our opportunity settings. And opportunities in Command are your sales opportunities. And the opportunity applet helps you manage your sales funnel from start to finish. So it helps you keep track of all the activities that you need to do to move that client along from introduction all the way to closing, what the daily tasks are, and also helps you project what your earnings will be based on all the different sales opportunities that you have. Now I say that to provide a little bit more context on the next couple of settings that we're going to walk through. I do have a separate opportunities training that is deep dive into it because it is a pretty dense applet. But the first setting we have here is client update. So as you've set up your opportunities, and each one of those phases and stages have a list of tasks for you to do to help manage that relationship and move that piece of business along. We do a lot of work as agents on behalf of our clients that they have no clue about, that they don't know about unless we tell them. You can set up client update emails, so that way as you complete tasks every day, the system can automatically send an email to them and say, hey, here are the things that Nick has done today on your behalf. So they know that I'm actively working on their business. I'm connecting with the lender and the closing attorneys and the co-op agent, and we're got this piece of information and we're doing this and we're set to close on this date. The system can automatically let them know. So here's where you'd go to make those default settings for those client update emails. Now, just because you go through here and you make settings or update the settings for these emails, it will not automatically enroll your clients to receive these emails. You do have to manually add each client to receive a client update email. I'm going to skip over design templates because we don't need that for now. Below that is opportunity tags. And opportunity tags are going to be very similar to the contact tags, and that it allows you to organize and sort your pieces of business based on all these different tags. So you can add parts of town that you're working in, price point that you're closing, unit type. You could even add if you had a referral source or lead source, you could add that here. And the goal of using these tags is so that way at the end of the year, you can sort all of your business and say, wow, okay, I did a lot of business in Atlanta, and my second most popular area was the West End. And I can start to form my 2022 business plan around how do I build or become that Atlanta in-town expert, or really start to say, okay, I'm going to become the expert in the West End. I now can create my strategies and tactics for my business plan to achieve those. And then I can come down here and I can say, okay, I only did one investment property. Maybe I'm going to stick, I'll kind of move away from investment property and focus more attention on being the in-town expert. You can have as many tags as you want. You can click on create tag here, or as you are creating an opportunity, you can manually add one right there as well. Below opportunity tags is opportunity archive. So similar to our contact archive, you can't just delete an opportunity because these are pieces of business. And Command kind of acts like a Dropbox storage facility for all of your business. So you can archive your opportunities so that way it no longer shows up in all of your active pieces of business, but you can always come back here to the archive and restore it or come and check out information. So as you are working on a piece of business, you're going to upload your buyer brokerage agreements, your contracts, your inspection reports, and then you're going to close that business. You can archive it. And then in 8 months, your client's going to reach back out to you and say, hey, remember on that inspection report, something came back about the water intrusion in the basement. Do you have a copy of that inspection report? I can't find mine. And you'll say, oh yeah, give me my 5 minutes and I'll send it right over to you. Because it's stored right here in your opportunity archives. You can restore it, open it up, download that document and send it right back. Another benefit is, like, say in 3, 5, 7 years, you work with that same client again, you can go back and double check their offer and the notes from that opportunity. So that way you are educated on how to best work with them moving forward. You have some insight into how they operate and what would be important to them in an offer. Below that is team permissions. If this is really going to be only if you are a rainmaker on a team. So I'm going to skip over that. And then reporting, there's nothing for that. And then the last item we have here is import logs and then my logs. So When you are adding contacts to your database, I don't know why this is showing as blank. When you are adding contacts to your database, there's two ways that you can do it. One is a manual, so you can add each individual contact separately. Or you can use a CSV file to upload up to 5,000 contacts at once. This My Logs chart here is going to show you all the dates and times of when you uploaded those contact lists. And if you received an error message, it'll actually give you a file and it'll show you which contacts received what error message, so you know exactly how you can correct that CSV file and then re-upload. Below that is connect settings, and this is going to be your marketing profile. I'm just going to point it out. We're going to actually talk through this on Thursday in more depth, the marketing profile, but I just want to point that out is if you ever hear me say, oh, make sure your marketing profile is updated, or you need to do this in your marketing profile, it's going to be here in settings and then connect settings. Any questions about any of the settings that we've walked through so far?
What time on Thursday?
It'll be 10 a.m. So every Monday and Thursday, I have classes at 10 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm going to go home because we have a couple minutes left, and I want to show you the layout of the home page. So that way, when you log into Command, you see all this information right here. When I log in, I have my tasks set up right here, and tasks are going to be the things that I need to do either from an opportunity or something that I've saved for myself to do. And this is so that when I log in, I see exactly what I need to do. I don't have to scroll into each individual contact card. To the right, we have recent leads. So as I'm running a Facebook ad campaign or leads are coming in from my website or my app, I'll see them here. So that way I can easily notice, okay, perfect. This lead came in 6 hours ago. I need to call them right away or add them to a smart plan XYZ. Below that is our database health comparison. And this is just going to let you know how healthy your database is. And that is so that, like I said earlier, at the core of any real estate business or any small business for a matter is going to be a healthy database. So this is going to let me know how does my database compare to other agents in terms of phone number, email, address, and neighborhoods, and where are the places that I need to focus on getting more information. So I need to get some more phone numbers. So that may be a chance for me to get on Facebook and message some people and say, hey, how are you doing? It's been so long since we've chatted. I'm actually going through and updating all of my records for my real estate business. Would you mind sharing your phone number with me? And then that way I can start adding that. So that's another touch that you can have with your database. To the right of that, we have product updates. So anytime that there's something new that's going on in Command, you can come here and check this out. It lets us know that this week, agents now select the profile on .loop they wish to create the loop in. So if you use .loop, you now have that option. And then we have also the ability to see what's next, so what's coming up in Q1 2021 or Q2 2021 for Command. Below that, we have our goals versus actuals. And this is based on the business goals that you set for yourself. And we're going to walk through that in reports in one training. But that way, when you log in every single day, you can see how are the numbers, not the leads, the appointments, contracts, and closed units, how are they all working towards you building and achieving this GCI goal? So that way, every day I can kind of see, all right, I need to get more leads. I need to make more appointments. Over here, there's a notepad. So if you ever just want to leave a quick note for yourself or just jot something down that you want to reference later on, you can do that here in Notepad. This is for you only. It's not going to be shared with any clients. It's not going to be shared with the office. It's just for you to have those notes there that are readily available. And then at the bottom here, we have designs updates. Designs is the applet in Command where you can create your own pieces of marketing material. I would say it's most similar to a Canva type system, but the Labs team is always adding new designs, especially seasonally relevant designs. So as we kind of go through, like there was a St. Patrick's Day one, I think maybe an April Fool's Day, there may be a May Day one. There's going to be a Mother's Day one, like just a lot of different content that you can use to post on social media or email with your database. So it's always going to let you know what's new in designs here. Now, you may have noticed that as I was going through this, your home screen may look a little bit different. Or you may say, I really do not care about designs. Like, I'm never going to use them. I don't need to know what's new. Well, you have the ability to customize your home screen so that way it's going to be most beneficial for you and your business. Up in the top right hand corner, we have this button that says Customize Home. You can click on that, and it's going to show us all of the different widgets over here on the left-hand side, and you can go through and select or unselect the widgets you want to include. So if you're like, you know what, I just do not care about designs, uncheck it, and it goes away. Then you'll notice over here on the right-hand side, we can rearrange where the widgets appear. Now we have rectangular shaped widgets and some that are square. For whatever reason, I don't know why they are the shape and size that they are, but the rectangle images or rectangle widgets can only go on the left-hand side. And then the squares can only move on the, sorry, this is the left-hand side, and the squares can only move on the right-hand side. So you can put those in whichever order that you want. And then once you find the placement that you like, you can click apply. See, I'm going to move that up. And now it'll rearrange all of those widgets on your home screen. So that way, when you log in, you can see exactly what it is you need to do for the day. You know how all of your activities are working towards that GCI goal, and all of your leads are right there. So boom, really 10,000 foot view of your business immediately. So you know what it is that you have to do that day to be successful and to continue to work towards your goal. I know we walked through a lot of information this morning, just an overview of the command system, how to log in, your settings, and customizing your home screen. What questions do you have? What can I clarify for you? Is there anything I can show you again?
I think this is really helpful, Nick. I appreciate you doing this.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I know that this training isn't necessarily the most exciting, but it is good just to know where things are. So as you start to play around in Command, you know where to find things.
So this is Command 01.
Yep.
What's the cadence of when will you be doing 02? And are you going to run through all of them?
Yeah. So the way I've set up the Take Command schedule, it's 16 different classes, and it's every Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m.
Okay.
And so it's just I repeat the same 16 classes. So every 2 months, and all the classes are recorded so that I post them on the YouTube channel. The calendar, the Market Center calendar, as well as the training calendar are updated with the correct classes. So 02, Take Command 02 is going to be on Thursday, and that's going to be walking through marketing profile, as well as setting up agent branding. So yeah, check out that. And then
okay.
I'm always happy to set up some one-on-one time. There's a link in my email signature if you want to set up some time to meet on Zoom or in person, and we can jump in or deep dive into a specific topic within Command or DocuSign.
Awesome.
All right. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, thank you so much for joining me this morning. And please do not hesitate to reach out. You can always call me, text me, or set up some one-on-one time with any questions that you have for Command.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.